One reckless heartbeat separated Max Verstappen from routine damage limitation and a page in Formula One's discipline record book. 11 penalty points now dangle over the reigning champion like the Sword of Damocles. One more misstep and the stewards will swing, benching him for a whole Grand Prix, something no title-defending driver has ever faced. Fans saw a swipe on TV, new onboard angles reveal intent, and the paddock is whispering. Did Max just mimic Schumacher at Jerez, or did raw frustration hijack his racecraft? Stick around, because the footage, the fallout, and the silent panic inside Red Bull are wilder than the clash itself. Lap 63, Circuit de Barcelona, Catalunya. Verstappen's RB21 is limping on hard tyres. Russell's Mercedes is hunting on mediums. Giampiero Lambiase radios the order every driver dreads. Let him through. Avoid the penalty. Max lifts on the run to turn 5, just enough to make Russell commit up the outside, then slams the throttle, dives impossibly deep, and the two machines tangle. Carbon flecks glitter in the Spanish sun. In the cockpit, Russell screams, "That was deliberate!" Sky's commentary box falls silent, then explodes. "He's turned in on him!" Viewers watching live see only a rear-facing camera. Social media detonates within seconds. But the raw TV feed was merely the spark. Overnight, every phone in the paddock buzzed with something more damning. And that's where our story kicks into overdrive. Dawn uploads the forward-facing camera. Frame by frame slows time to a crawl. Visor glance right, steering wheel straight. Then, only after ensuring Russell's front wing is in the kill zone, Max cranks left and uses his rival as a brake. Nico Rosberg calls it karting lot payback. Anthony Davidson says it's Street Fighter dirty. Fans splice helmet angles beside Mexico 2024's near miss with Lando Norris. The patterns feel too precise to ignore, and the data backs it up. Max hit apex speeds 7 km/h faster than any previous lap. The paddock has seen audacious lunges. This felt personal. Mercedes engineers play it on loop, counting 4 visibility checks before impact. Reddit sleuths overlay steering traces, and the hashtag number, intentional 11 trends by breakfast. Yet the drama was only warming up because Verstappen, normally ice cold when microphones appear, did something almost unheard of. What Max said next shocked the garage more than the crash itself. Christian Horner emerges first, Instagram post in hand. Max apologised in the debrief. The paddock blinks. Hours later, Max types a rare mea culpa. Some moves after the restart fueled my frustration, leading to a move that wasn't right and shouldn't have happened. No outright sorry, but the subtext is clear. He knows the stewards are sharpening pencils. Verstappen's fan army splits. Half praise his candour, half call the statement pure PR. For a driver who once told critics to deal with it, the tonal shift is seismic. Inside Red Bull, the mood is tense. Engineers remind him he sits on 11 licence points. Max nods, but shrugs. "I'll just keep it clean." They've heard that before. Yet the governing body had its own ideas about clean. Because the FIA's verdict landed like a gavel, and it wasn't light. Late Sunday, the stewards add 3 penalty points to Verstappen's super licence, the harshest single race tally since 2022. 10 seconds tacked onto his race time drops him from P5 to P10. Costly, but not crippling. The real headline is the number 11. 12 points trigger an automatic 1-race ban, and Max's earliest 2 points don't expire until June 30th. That means Montreal and Spielberg will unfold under a microscope. One more reprimand, unsafe release, track limits breach, anything, and the champion watches the Austrian round from his living room. Fans ask how the system works. Points linger 12 months, then vanish. Max's tally. Austria, 24, clash with Norris. 2 points, drop after 29th June. Mexico dive on Norris. 2 points, drop 27th October. Interlagos first lap tangle. 2 points Abu Dhabi. Lap 1 swipe on Piastri. 2 points Spain. Fake let by on Russell. 3 points. Even Christian Horner admits the line is pencil thin. But is the FIA being too gentle? History says harsher hammers exist. Rewind to the golden era, and deliberate clashes carried legendary consequences. Suzuka, 1989. Ayrton Senna spears Alain Prost at the chicane. The Brazilian crosses the line first, only to be disqualified and slapped with a suspended 6-month ban. Jerez 1997. Michael Schumacher rams Jacques Villeneuve. The Canadian still clinches the crown. Schumacher is expelled from the entire championship results. His season erased. Those cases echo through paddock corridors whenever modern stewards tread lightly. Rosberg argues Barcelona warranted a black flag. Others insist today's regulations require predominantly to blame, plus dangerous manoeuvre before disqualification. The FIA chose a middle path, stiff licence points, softer time penalty. Whether that leniency emboldens or restrains Verstappen remains the cliffhanger. Meanwhile, the other side of the garage and the paddock couldn't stay silent. George Russell doubles down on his accusation, calling the move like someone on a video game who just hit reset. Toto Wolff brands it a swing and a miss at sportsmanship, while Horner fires back, labelling Russell's lap 1 defence borderline. Social media reignites the Red Bull versus Mercedes tribal war. Inside Milton Keynes, engineers remind Max of radio transcripts now public. Max, give it back cleanly. The irony? That instruction may have planted the very seed of rebellion. Red Bull's PR unit drafts contingency plans. If Max collects point 12, reserve Ayumu Iwasa is ready, but sponsors dread a race without the sport's superstar. Verstappen's inner circle says he's relaxed. Rivals suspect facade. One slip out of the pit lane in Montreal, too wide at turn 9, and Austria's grandstands could miss their national anthem hero. The tension is electric, and while the frontrunners wrestle with reputations, Alpine are juggling drivers. Across the paddock, Franco Colapinto's rookie fairy tale feels shaky. After dazzling on debut with Williams last season, his Alpine switch has yielded meagre points. Team principal Bruno Famin publicly calls the Argentine's first races below target, hinting at a 5-race clause in his contract. 2 DNFs and a Q1 exit in Spain hand ammunition to critics who say Alpine chased sponsorship dollars, not raw pace. Rumours swirl of Jack Doohan eyeing the seat if form flatlines before Silverstone. Colapinto smiles through interviews, insisting, "We're building something." But data shows teammate Pierre Gasly averaging 4/10 quicker over long runs. If Alpine pulls the trigger, it would be the second mid-season shuffle in 12 months, a statistic no engineer wants on a CV. The midfield might be messy, yet Ferrari's oscillating fortunes could decide who finishes 2025 with silverware. Lewis Hamilton calls his Spanish GP the worst race car I've ever driven, after floor damage turns the SF25 into a handful. Despite that, Ferrari leave Barcelona second in the constructors, profiting from Mercedes' minimal 18-point triple-header haul. The morale boost is timely. Maranello has freighted a revised floor and radical pull rod rear suspension to Montreal, 2 months ahead of schedule. Insiders whisper the kit's worth 0.3 per lap in slow corner traction, Hamilton's personal headache. Yet risk lurks. The SF25's narrow upgrade window means any floor could waste millions and freeze development tokens until August. Hamilton, ever the perfectionist, pushes for back-to-back Friday tests. Charles Leclerc, still bruised from balance swings, simply mutters, "Let's roll the dice." If the updates hit, Ferrari might finally trade podium scraps for genuine wins, just as Verstappen tiptoes on 11 points. The championship narrative is tightening like a drum. One deliberately sharp turn has thrown Formula One's script into chaos. Max Verstappen can't afford another blot between now and June 30th. George Russell smells blood, Mercedes crave redemption, Alpine may reshuffle its deck, and Ferrari are betting a multi-million euro upgrade on rescuing Lewis Hamilton's season. The next fortnight will write a chapter statisticians might quote for decades. So, if you're ready to witness whether the sport's fastest driver can keep his temper in check, or whether history will repeat itself with a shock race ban, slap that like button, smash subscribe, and ring the bell. Because when the lights go out in Montreal, every overtake, every radio call, and every steward's notice could change the championship overnight. Stay tuned. This ride has only just begun.